another Filipino making waves on the global scene. Youth leader Mirus was recognized by US-based organization for his championing education and disadvantaged communities. Let's hear more about this honor from Mirus. He joins us on The Final Word. Mirus, thank you so much for joining us. What was the catalyst?
Thank you so much. Good evening.
Congratulations to you, first of all. But what was the catalyst that made you decide that I want to be an education and youth advocate? I would like to help my fellow Filipinos who are part of disadvantaged communities.
Well, to answer that question, I'm a big fan of this word called inclusivity. And as an individual that grew up in the suburbs of Manila, where I saw poverty at a first-hand basis, I knew that there had to be something. The question at the back of my mind was, in anything that we do in the world getting better or for worse, what can we do about it? And leading up to that, I wanted to create opportunities. I wanted to create initiatives, but unfortunately, I wasn't. A lot of people would seem to think that I was an honor student, that I was a consistent leader, but I wasn't. I consider myself a late bloomer that actually really started volunteering at a national scene only until senior high school. My biggest advocacy has always been giving opportunities to anyone, to any youth, because I want to be a representative that anyone can make a difference.
So Mirus, tell us, how will this recognition from the We Are Family Foundation of the United States, further implement and support your organization's initiatives?
So out of thousands of applications, fortunately, I was one of them. And they're going to be funding some of our initiatives. Also, we're going to be part of the Youth Peace Summit that will be from July to August. It should have been in New York, but of course, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, we had to, of course, depend virtually. But after it's all sorted out, the global teen leader organizers, the We Are Family Foundation, has gave us their say that they will continue to support our projects as we are to be part of the alumni.
Wow, Mirus, you've done so much in your very young life, and you're just a sophomore at De La Salle University. I remember when I was in my second year at DLSU, I was busy doing research papers, homeworks, active in the student council, but not really a lot of work outside of the school. How do you divide your time between academics and these initiatives for the youth and education?
I would always say, once you're passionate in what you do, once you know your why into your advocacy, which should be incorporated when it comes to our deepest experiences, or quote unquote hugot, the rest follows. So proper time management had to go in place, doing a lot of tasks, of course, aside from what we do in school, as being a Lasallian has a lot already of things to do.
Yes.
I'm also still active, of course, in organizations in the university, but not working in the nonprofit sector, something that isn't a norm when it comes to our age, is something that I really love. Volunteering, community development, it's always been part of my lifestyle.
And of course, COVID-19 came to our lives unexpectedly. How did this pandemic change the way your organization operates?
It was a blessing in disguise, if I were to say that clearly, because at the start of COVID, late March last year, we were planning to stop operations. We didn't know what was to come, but we managed to become resilient, and we actually risked in such a way that we decided to scale. My first founded organization in October 2019 was Youth Advocates for the Philippines. And in the span of 6 months, we were able to garner more than 6,000 volunteers, which led us to know that there was something right that we were doing. And in August, in celebration of ASEAN's foundation, we actually scaled and became the ASEAN Youth Advocates Network, where currently we are present in more than 8 countries. With of course, after winning this honor, will give us the opportunity to scale globally.
We need more Mirus Ponons in the world and in the Philippines. How do we transform the youth of today to be like you and other role model youths who advocate education and and help disadvantaged communities? What will attract them to be in this kind of challenging role in their lives?
There are a lot of things that are happening in our world, including the COVID-19 pandemic. And we have seen the power of the youth where we saw a lot of initiatives just really blow up since the COVID-19 pandemic, meaning that we can do so much more. Regardless of what we have done, the youth are one of the biggest stakeholders, especially the 2022 election in the Philippines coming up. We know that education is the passport of the future, but to shift that into such a way where we make it inclusive and practical would make us ensure the youth can use their talents and resources, for, of course, for our Filipino identity.
Mirus, thank you so much for joining us on The Final Word. We are really very proud of you, and good luck to all your future initiatives.
Thank you so
And
much.